Hello, and welcome to another episode of Diski Central. My name is Unuel Mtiade. If you're new, please subscribe. If you're not so new, please keep sharing this space with the world. All right, welcome to another episode of previews. Right, so this week we're doing the top 3 matches coming up this week in the PSL. So stay tuned. Okay guys, sorry for the change in location. There was a guy who was hacking a tree outside of my neighbor and it was just unbearable, so I had to change locations. Okay. First match we have is Sundowns versus Pirates. Alright, so this is a very interesting match. It's always entertaining because it's always edgy, right? You never know who's gonna win and it's always tight. Very tactical and very nice to watch. Okay, so far we've seen Sundowns. They played this last weekend. They put 3 against Wits, but they also conceded 2, and those are very cheap goals, courtesy of some mistakes from Madish. All right, so we've seen that, but we haven't seen anything from Pirates. So they might also have their own weaknesses that we are yet to see, and I guess we'll have to find that out in the match, which makes things hard for Peter because he doesn't really know who to go for. Right, but yeah, okay. First factor is the Matisha factor. All right, so this weekend we saw him give away 2 goals. Right, this means that obviously Kapatinium Hang will be looking to stay closer to him should he play. All right, and Sundowns have 2 options. They can either put him on and hope and give him more cover. You know, Pizzo could literally put him on there as a sign of faith, and that could be good for his confidence. Or they could bench him and put in Wayne Arensa or Rivaldo Kutsia. That could go 2 ways because I mean they haven't played a match, so they could still be just as sluggish as Matisha was. You know, you never know. Second thing is the fan factor. Okay, cool. There are no fans, and no fans means none of that. Alright, with that video in mind, we also need to remember that Urulani is on the other side now. Alright, Rulani is back at Sundowns, and that also counts. Rulani knows the guys very well at Pirates. There haven't been many changes since he left, so he still knows the guys and might know their weaknesses. Alright, so that could be an added advantage for Sundowns. And then Sundowns, oh yeah, they're still going without Gaston Serino. Right, and that could be a blow to them as he's a very creative player, but that also means obviously there will be no. That's thuggish behavior, you know. The last thing we looked at was the rest factor. All right, Pirates haven't played a match in months, and Sundowns just played a very hard match against Wits. All right, so Pirates will be a little more rested than Sundowns. All right, but that's a double-edged sword because on the other hand, Sundowns have a clear picture of what playing post lockdown feels like, whereas Pirates don't know. So Sundowns will be more mentally prepared for this, and Pirates have no mistakes to work on as yet. So they could just find out in the match, right? Whereas Sundowns, they've seen where they fall short. So that's another advantage for Sundowns, I guess. Last time these teams played, Pirates won 1-0. I just feel like anything can happen with this match. So I don't know with my prediction. Thing is, both teams need the win, right? They both wanna keep tight and close to Chiefs, and they both can't afford to not win. So anything can happen. But for this match, I think I'll give it to Sundowns. For the mere fact, Uguti, Pirates will be sluggish. I expect Pirates to be slow and sluggish. So Sundowns will benefit from that. And they've played before, so they know what it takes. They know what's cutting. All right. So I think with that being said, yeah, Sundowns is going to win this. This week I'm not giving out scores, right? I gave out predictions and they were right, but the scores were wrong last week. So this week I'll keep it to the result. So this match goes to Sundowns. Our second match is gonna be Chiefs versus Wits. Alright. This is also gonna be an important match because Chiefs will obviously wanna extend their lead at the top, and they'll be looking at the first match between Pirates and Sundowns and seeing who's gaining ground on them, right? So they'll wanna still maintain their lead at the top. They'll be facing a Wits that just got beaten by Sundowns. Things to look out for are, one, this Tukumanja guy. He's very, very sharp. So Chiefs might have a problem with him. Alright. The defenders obviously will be sloppy, and he has shown that he does not forgive. Alright, he took two beautiful chances given to him by Madisha and he wrapped them up. So Chiefs will have to be very careful with him. I see Middendorp getting Gatsande to stay tighter to him, but we'll see. Alright. Another thing to look at is Brighton and Hlongo. Alright. He's back. He'll be back at Orlando Stadium where he made those mistakes. And you need to remember that one of the mistakes that he made, right, was from a long ball. He made a mistake from a long ball. Kaizer Chiefs specializes in long balls, so he'll have a very, very tough time with that regard. Alright, so he has only played two, like before this weekend, he had only played 2 matches for Wits, alright, this season. So of course the chemistry isn't great between him and Tyson and the guys, which is what I suspect was the problem. The fact that he's not used to playing with them like in a match situation. So I think that the problems with communication were created by that, you know? Like that long ball situation was a problem because he's probably not used to playing with them, and that's why that happened. And now he's gonna go up against the likes of Castro and what's the other one? Nokovic. Alright, so that's gonna be a problem. And not just for long balls, for corners, for crosses. He's gonna need to up that communication game if he does not want to repeat of this weekend. Alright, so obviously Chiefs will be going for that, and we'll just have to see. Another thing is that Klanti is suspended. Alright, a very important player, a Bafana player, and one of the best in the country. He's not playing, he's suspended, got yellow cards, which is another problem for Wits, who have a lot of injury problems. Right, so their starting options are very limited. Another thing, what are we looking for? Okay, we need to look at this Wits situation once more. Okay, against Sundowns they pushed. I thought they would push because that could have been their last title. You know, they could have been their last trophy. They had an actual chance there. League-wise, they don't really have a chance. So chances of them going all out again are slim now because they don't really have a chance to actually catch up to Chiefs. So they won't be as motivated to see this out. But the likes of Tukumanja will be looking to impress like other teams that they might wish to go to after this whole season is done. So that's another thing to look at, right? From Kaizer Chiefs, they'll be missing George Malulega, who went to Sundowns, and they'll have to do this without Bobby Mutaung, who was suspended. But I don't really feel like that's going to be a problem for Chiefs, alright? Not, okay, Malulega, they'll miss him, but Bobby, I don't think they'll lose because Bobby is not there. Bobby can video call them, you know? So I don't think that's going to be much of a problem. With this match, I'm going to go for Chiefs. Chiefs are going to embarrass Wits on this one. I see another 3 goals being conceded by Wits. Match. The last one is going to be Wits versus Pirates. Or is it Pirates versus Wits? I'm not really sure. But I feel like it doesn't really matter anymore because none of these teams are playing at their actual home stadiums and there are no fans. So it's more or less the same thing. With regards to this match, I think it's going to be determined by what happens before it, right? During the week, they'll be playing, both these teams will be playing very difficult matches. Pirates will have Sundowns and Wits will have Chiefs, right? Should Pirates win against Sundowns, they'll be more motivated to win against Wits to stay close to Chiefs, right? And should Wits lose badly against Chiefs, it could be a demoralizing thing, and especially if it's goalkeeping errors. So they have big problems in the goalkeeping department, and that could literally determine this match as well. And in the past, we need to remember that in the past, this has been a very high scoring match. The last 2 matches have produced 13 goals. So you take that and then add goalkeeping problems. So, that equals more goals. So I think it's really going to depend on what happens during the week. But this time I'll have to go for Pirates. Pirates are going to edge this one out. Alright, we have reached the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't, please like and subscribe. And also tell me what you think. What do you think is going to happen this week? And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Thank you to the team for putting this video together. And I will see you guys next week. Alright.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
What? Yo, bafethu, khona umuntu ogenxa isihlahla while I'm trying to record. So I hope you guys will have to excuse me. I'm sorry. Alright. If you can hear it, I'm sorry. Can you hear it now? And Pirates have been chilling. Well,
the Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
To what?